Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides in the universal energies. I've been asked by a few people to have yet another look at Trump's health. My goodness, has there been a week gone by recently where I haven't looked at his health to see how it's going to go. The Trip and Wait Tarot. So you've got to remember within the next fortnight, he's got coming up the debate, which is in 2 days' time. Then the SCOTUS immunity decision is coming out. Now they're starting to make noises about early July. Apparently there's been an extra date put on in early July. He's then got his New York felony case, convicted felon Trump. He's got the sentencing coming up on the 11th of July, and then the RNC conference is coming up to the 15th to the 18th. Now, I have read a couple of times on the RNC conference, just put RNC in the search option if you want to have a look. Every time I get, it's going to be a bun fight. It's going to be a massive bun fight, and I really feel like Trump's going to be wheeled out a la Weekend at Bernie's, not actually as a deceased person, but in ill health, etc. When I was reading on the debate last week, I was really struggling to pick up whether he was going to attend or not. I think it's too late for him to pull out. He was putting out noises about not attending. But to be honest, in 2 days' time, it's 2 days' time. To pull out now would look absolutely debilitating for him unless he actually had a health event, which would be debilitating for him. So I don't know that is it, and I think the reason why I'm struggling to read on the debate is I can only go on the energies of the time, and feels like he's still flip-flopping about whether he'll attend or not. I think there's elements within his campaign that don't want him to attend. He wants to, but then he doesn't want to. Apparently he's not doing any homework for the debate, but they're not allowed to take anything on stage. It just feels like from hour to hour he's like, yeah, I'm ready for this. Let me at it. And an hour later he's going, chewing the fingernails. It's just, or should I say, anyhow, so it feels like he's just flip-flopping from hour to hour, but I'm going to have a look at his health, considering what is coming up in the next fortnight. There's a lot happening there for him that not necessarily particularly positive. The debate's going to go poorly for him. I don't even think we need to read on whether it will or not. Now, Biden won the toss and chose to go first, I believe, because, and I am feeling some of it will be that Biden will throw challenges out for Trump. Trump will then rant about them, get cut off at the 2-minute mark, sort of barely before he's drawn breath, and it's not going to look particularly well for him. But anyhow, we're having a look at his health. Come on down. Let's see if the same old cards come out. Using my Trip and Wait Tarot if you're interested in the deck. Okay, we've got the 3 of Cups, the circles of support, those that are around him, buoying him up. However, there's an awful lot of spilt wine there at the moment. So that's the signifier. The challenge is, well, it's the contracts and agreements card, but I'm really drawn in this particular card is this here, which to me, when I look at this card, looks like the symbol of health, symbol of the medical profession, the taking of the Hippocratic Oath. So this is potentially the medical profession is his challenge, trying to give him advice, trying to get him to take his medicine, so to speak. Okay. Foundation of this reading, keeping the emotions in check. Oh, it's all emotions at the moment too. So this is the buoying up of emotions. This is almost, I'm going to say almost him shoving away medical advice or medical help, uh, trying to keep his emotions in check, keep a lid on his emotions here. In the past, the smug merchant, again, emotions. It's also to be careful what you wish for. But it's almost like, he, the, it's sort of it can be wish fulfillment, but I always be careful what you wish for in regards to this. The smug merchant, his wish was his emotional cups all lined up in a row, but it's in the past. That orderly row of emotions there. Goodness me, this is all emotions. Except for this card, crowning the reading, the Two of Pentacles. Pentacles can be wealth, but they can also be health. They can be stability, security, protection, morality, etc. But this is very much about his health, juggling of his health. Now we've got twos here so far, trying to give help, because I'm just going to say his health is in rocky seas at the moment. Okay, we've got here in the immediate future, uh, the skilled apprentice in regards to the health. So this looks like he's getting some, I'm going to say, some medical help here, but externally for him, it's very much I know better. Self-medicating, self-sabotage, abuse of power. I was going to say self-sabotage here, which is, now why am I getting a terrible cough? As I'm saying this, I'm feeling like my throat is clenching up. This is almost like, I know better. I'm going to, this is actually, I'm struggling to breathe a little bit at the moment with this harsh truth coming forward internally, and coming forward very quickly. We've got here the Ten of Pentacles, the end of a health cycle, hopes and fears, a lot of anxiety, sword of truth can no longer be denied, and the star. The star, which way is the star going? The star of hope and healing, the investigation, the voter, secrets coming to the surface and being revealed, and justice. This is, and then we've got the ill health. So I am going to put it down to, and then we have the Homeland Security and Judgment. I think it's the SCOTUS judgment that's really going to hit him hard. Okay, we'll keep going with this. The Wheel of Fortune is turning for him, and he's turning his attention to perhaps getting away, leaving the country. We've got Page of Swords bringing forward of a message, a lot of negative headlines for him, poor choices, the choices made by the devil, and we've got Jack Smith, and Jack Smith has got the go-ahead, the new start. I am going to say that it is the SCOTUS judgment that is going to be the one that tips him over. That's me. This limb I'm out on is getting very bouncy, because I've got a lot out on the limb. Now, that's not to put any watering down of the debate and Mershon's sentencing, but it's going to be the SCOTUS judgment that is the real tipping point for him. Yeah, the SCOTUS judgment. He's going to find himself really exposed. Going to find himself really exposed to the voter and the investigation. Ooh, and I have the High Priestess peeking out there as well at me. So, infighting, Oh, and Jack Smith, things that Trump would like to be kept secret, or perhaps those around him with that circle of support. Okay, show me Trump after, and the Knight of Swords just flew out. Show me Trump after the SCOTUS ruling. Now, I have read on this several times and I feel that it'll be a 5-3. Now, I know there are 9 people on the SCOTUS. I feel that it will be is it 4 women and Kavanaugh voting to that Trump doesn't get full immunity. Now, I do feel that there'll be some nuances in there. Some things there'll be some rulings about what is actually personal activity and what's presidential activity. But I feel it'll be is it 4 women plus Kavanaugh will rule unfavourably for Trump, and then we've got Gorsuch, Thomas, and Alito will rule favourably for Trump. And I feel that Roberts, because it's a 5-3, he may just sit this out because he doesn't want to expose his underwear, so to speak. So that's what I get the feeling with that, with the SCOTUS immunity ruling, and I've got that a few times now. So let's see, how is Trump going to feel after the SCOTUS immunity ruling? Oh, had a whole heap fall out there. We'll have a look at that in a sec. Was it too many? I think it was. Let's have a look. Ooh, maybe not. Okay, I'm going to go with it. This is what flew out. Something, a ruling coming forward very quickly. Another night, an offer being made. Now, this may be bumping it back down to the lower courts, but it's going to be an Ace of Swords, a new ruling start, a new legal start that is going to pierce through this crown. And then we've got, look at all these swords here. Page of Swords, a message about this ruling coming forward. Out in the cold, abandoned, desperate to hold things secret, but the court case moving forward. We've got here a judge trying to keep lid on things, but that judge is going to find themselves brought to an end, a new beginning. An end, and a new beginning. So, okay, I'm still not getting health there. This is more about the ruling itself. I'm just wondering with that, I'm thinking with that Knight of Cups, there might be something that's offered to Trump, but it's not going to rule favourably for them. So there might be some articles, almost like a peace offering is what I'm getting. But no, it's not going to go well for him. It's not going to rule well for him. It's going to be the women bringing a big stick that are going to restrict him with the reality. It's a difficult decision, not yet ruled upon, but there are secrets that will be brought to the surface, and then we have the health event, and then we have justice. Yeah, the burdensome of the message. A lot of negative headlines coming forward very quickly about the past, where is going to feel like the SCOTUS have literally thrown him out in the cold, and toxicity, addiction, etc. of that. I'm going to say this is the 3 justices that rule for him. Information about money and having to defend, anxiety by those who feathered their nests. It's just This is all about the SCOTUS themselves. I'm not getting his health as such. This is all about the SCOTUS. And I'm really feeling for women and Kavanagh. How is the SCOTUS ruling? How's Trump going to take the SCOTUS ruling? How is the SCOTUS ruling going to affect Trump's health? End of cycle. It's going to be the end of a cycle for him, this ruling, where he can no longer. Challenging is the movement forward of these cases. It's a big message. It's a big thumping message for him. In the past, we've got, again, the female justices here. Crowning this reading is the past. It's also his decline, his mental health decline as well. But the gift in the past, again, we've got his circles of support in the wine is spilt. End of a cycle, end of a legacy. Internally, the contracts and agreements and find themselves on full disclosure. I'm just getting SCOTUS again and again and again here. I'm not getting his health as such. I'm just getting the SCOTUS ruling. Volatile information being brought forward about these contracts and agreements. Homeland security, protection, new start, infighting. It could also be foolishness, stepping off, prepared to, okay, thank you. If you hear my voice, let me know. Prepared to step off the cliff for Trump. I'm just getting SCOTUS, and I'm getting these three SCOTUSes. And we've got loss, disappointment, heartbreak for three, and the walking away. Walking away. Ill health and retreat. We've got trying to pull a rabbit out of a hat. The burden's going to be too great. Going to be stopped. And times are changing. There are money secrets that certain elements want to be kept hidden. But the harvest, the disappointment in the harvest is here, and the voter is going to see it all. Voter, mercenary actions, restriction, Trump, disappointment with what's on offer, money laundering, truth, and the higher authorities. Yeah, it's just telling me over and over about the SCOTUS ruling itself, that there's three on the SCOTUS that are really putting their future on the line for this guy, that are just going to expose themselves. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like that. I'm not picking up on his health as such, possibly because I've read on it over and over and over and over again. But I just really feel that it is the immunity ruling that will be, watch this space. Okay, that will be the instigator. Okay, take care. Love to you all.